them just to realize.
Yo, I like to thank King Bonton for showing love on Talking Tuesdays, y'all. And all y'all that's tuned in still, man, much love to y'all. Everybody that's tuned in right now, that's on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Just, if you're on YouTube right now, subscribe to our MB3G.com with the MB3G channel. But you can check out MB3G.com. This is TDKRadio.com. Connection sound, the way we be laying it down with DJ Muddock. Got DJ Solid. We got DJ D Nice. We got Selector Sledge. We got Crazy Fox. We can't forget about the Empress. Tasha. Alright, well, you know today is Talking Tuesday. You know, I got some interesting information that I'm gonna share with y'all. And I hope y'all share it with other folks as well. Especially when we post this and all. I guess my first thing that I found, well, another thing that I found, is this thing right here. Let me see what we have here. Let's see what this article reads here. It says, Haitian protests outside Hillary Clinton's office over $1 billion stolen by the Clinton Foundation. Now I'm gonna tell y'all off the bat, whoever watching this, whoever listening to this, I'm not too much into that political politics. Politics is not my thing. I don't get into all that, what they call it, Illuminati. I know some of y'all watching this, and they're like, come on, dude. Be for real, son. Well, if you're listening, you know, I was studying about the Illuminati stuff like in '93. And I was going around telling cats about different things, and people thought, of course, I was a little mad, you know, crazy. But it's okay, it's okay. I was telling them about the police cars getting ready to have computers in them and stuff, you know, and they thought I was tripping. You know, this is like back in the 90s, early 90s. So, what we have here is the situation that happened in Hades. It's for all my Haitian people that's listening, that's tuned in. And we're going to talk about this protest thing that went down. About the Illuminati thing, as I was saying, for all those that's listening. It means the illuminous ones. It means the ones of light. It means those who are real, so to speak, smart. Some of them just smart asses. We're also called geniuses. That's who the Illuminati is. Now, they say the Masons are the master builders. Folks, the master builders was Africans. Our master structures still stands to this day. So we are the original Masons. We are the original Illuminati. That's the way I look at it. Now, some of y'all might want to debate about that and talk about, we can talk about these things. Either way, you know what I'm saying, you can call me up and we can talk about it right here on TDKRadio.com. Be a beautiful discussion. Like I said, I was talking about it in 92, 93. You know, by the time people actually got the information, I was on something else. I was like, man, that stuff is old. Come on, man. I really got to understand what it was. Well, anyway, I just had to bring that out right quick. Let's get down to this news article. This is, let me see where this come from. Well, like I said, you can just type in the Haitians protest outside Hillary Clinton's office over billions of dollars, that is, stolen. It says Haitian activists protested outside of the Clinton Foundation in New York over the loss of billions of dollars that was meant to help rebuild after the devastation of 2010 earthquake. Now, for those who might not have heard of it, just in case you live on a rock, or you just don't pay attention to TV and radio like that, other than to listen to music or to watch your favorite TV program, there was an earthquake in Haiti about now 6 years ago. And it was very devastating to an independent country. Okay, they fought for their independence back in the day. Okay, so they didn't need no other country to really help them out. You know what I'm saying? They was importing and exporting things on their own. However, in 2010, this devastating earthquake shook up the economy, the whole nation. So they saying that there was some type of foundation, called Clinton Foundation, you know, fundraiser. You know how they be on TV showing a bunch of brothers from Africa all skinny and girl, you know? Well, they wasn't doing it in this case. They was showing the victims of Haiti. However, I'm just saying, they give you them visions of the devastation, and they tell you to, you know, send $1, $5, whatever it takes to help these people out around the world. Then the Haitian people are saying the activists are claiming the money was stolen through the Haitian Reconstruction Commission that was headed by Bill Clinton. In January 2015, the Clinton Foundation was the target of protesters for wasting more than $10 billion and awarding contracts to non-Haitian companies. So they saying that, you know, we've been independent all these years, fam. We need to be rebuilding our country. The $10 billion that you're getting from donations and what have you, contributions, I don't know. I'm just saying. They saying instead of you hiring somebody else from wherever other than Haiti's, you need to take that money and reinvest it back into the Haitian people and let us rebuild our economy. We got, you know, contractors who can throw a hammer and nail and some boards together. We built our whole nation. So why are we getting foreign people, so to speak? They're aliens. That's what you are when you know, not from there, you stuff like that. So you getting these aliens into our country to rebuild it. And they saying they not liking that. They like, yo, we got people here that needs to work and take that money and, you know, do something with it. I'm just saying what's, you know, pretty much overall they saying. Let's read on. The activists also said Haiti as a cover for foreign governments to funnel kickbacks of hundreds of millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation. They believe that this was done for favors that Hillary was doing for the foreign governments while she was Secretary of State. We are telling the world of the crimes that Bill and Hillary Clinton are responsible for Haiti, said Andre of the Committee Against Dictatorship in Haiti. And we are telling the American people that the over 32,000 emails that Hillary Clinton said she deleted have evidence of the crimes they have committed. 5 years later, a majority of the Haitis are still in despair. It says the Clinton Foundation said progress is being made, especially in Haitians' economic and tourism. They say they're gonna have more of this article soon. Update. This came out April the 24th, a couple of days ago. I felt that was very interesting, fam. Like I said, I'm not into all that politician stuff, you know what I mean? Just in case you're watching this or listening to this and you're part of them officials. You know, I've been having the officials, you know, tap my phone, arrest me and all that all throughout the years anyway. So I'm not really 100%, word like a whole lot of people. I mean, it is what it is. You know, you got to tell the truth to the people, let them know what the deal is. I mean, we got to live. I'm a humanitarian. I believe in peace and love and stuff like that. I ain't out to kill you and blow you up, you know, like they might do. You feel me? But anyway, let's go on. Let's move a little bit more. Since we talked about the billions of dollars, right? I thought I'd bring that up first about the money, right? Because then we go into this other money situation that I thought was like, are you serious? Are you serious? Now, I don't know where you live at in the world. You might be tuning in to this right now, watching this. This is Talking Tuesdays, right here every Tuesdays from 10 to midnight. We're going to have special guests with DJ Mad Butcher, your host. I found this article. I thought that was like amazing. It reads, and y'all really embrace yourselves for this. 60 KKK members committed suicide after learning Harriet Tubman will be on the $20 bill. Now, first of all, I didn't even know Harriet Tubman was going to be on the $20 bill until I seen this article. Did you know that she was going to be on the $20 bill? Black woman, an African? Seriously? That's some good news. But it became bad news, it seems like, for some KKK members. Ku Klux Klan, that is, family, just in case you don't know. Let's read what the article says. And this is something I pulled up. Let me see what this is. Well, anyway, this is TMZ World News. That's TMZ World News. I mean, some of y'all familiar with TMZ. All right, they put this article out. It says, at least 60 Ku Klux Klan members have reportedly committed suicide after finding out Harriet Tubman will be replacing Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. This is some real terrifying news for them, fam. Let's read on. The mass suicide took place in Charleston, South Carolina. Ain't that well? That little dude, that Caucasian kid, went up in that church and shot up some people. Was that in Charleston or outside of Charleston? I don't know. I can't remember. Either way, leave some comments and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's move forward. It says this album, it says Charleston, South Carolina, where they all took what? Oh, cyanide poison. That sounds like this stuff they did in Texas. I can't remember the name. What was that dude's name? You know, that preacher dude? I think all of them took cyanide poison, didn't they? Together after praying. They prayed first. You know, believe it or not, family, the KKK, the Aryans, all them, what do you call them, world supremacists, white supremacists, supreme groups, or whatever you want to call them, they are some true Christians. I mean, a lot of y'all don't like that. A lot of y'all may get mad at that. A lot of y'all may say, nah, they demons. Nah, my dude. They are true Christians. And they are only, and they following the Bible. I know a lot of y'all like, this dude done lost his mind. No, seriously. It's their history, and they know it's their history. Matter of fact, you can go on YouTube and look up, I think it's called the White Supremacist Group on Geraldo. And they had the Grand Wizard. He told y'all I think this was like, what, in the 80s or 90s or something, when Geraldo used to be on, you know, that Spanish dude that used to have a little talk show to come on. Look it up, man. Sit there and listen what they tell you, man. They not lying. I had to do my research. I had to do a little studying about this because it was mind-boggling. You got to find out the facts. They saying, well, it's written. The Bible is their history. Okay? The only time where we in there too, dealing with African Americans, people of color, I'm saying. I don't care where you live at in the world. But if you got a little brown, then that's the thing I'm talking about that you down with. The only part they saying we are Ham, the Hamites. We are the cursed people. We are the people that's supposed to be under Shem. Shem are the Asians, or the quote unquote what they call nowadays Muslims. And you have Japheth. Japheth is the Caucasian race. And Ham, or the Hamites, or the African Americans, or people of color, supposed to be their slave. I mean, go read it for yourself, man. This is maybe too much information for the average mind. But I just say that they are some true Christians, KKK. Look what they put in your front yard, family, when they just before they hang you, son. A cross. They letting you know, fam. They light it up. Anyway, let's get back to the story at hand. It's saying these cats drunk some cyanide poison together after they prayed. Their bodies are all of white males between the ages of 40 and 65. They feel like the blacks and the Jewish folks have stole America. And since they can't have their country back, they decided to leave permanently in a mass suicide. It says, first they put a, I guess they saying nigger, in the White House. And now in Bill. I ain't gonna say what the word is. Right. But y'all can use your imagination. It's going to be on our money. We decided we just can't live in this world anymore. We are going home to Jesus. What'd I just tell y'all? We ask anyone who feels like we do to come join us. There's plenty of room in heaven. Well, bro, if you take your life, you just went to hell. Don't you know that? You're supposed to die of natural causes. You're supposed to die when the Most High call and pull your number. Come on, man. Come on. All right, so I said that to bring in this next situation. Because I figured that this is Talking Tuesday, and we need to talk about this, family. And when the next thing, I was like, why would these folks kill them damn food selves over, it's because one of us, an African American, is getting ready to be on a $20 bill. What's wrong with that? I mean, we go to Jamaica or different places, or Africa, they got black people on their money. What's wrong with us Americans finally putting, you know, one or two black folks on the money? Yeah, nothing wrong with that. We the ones that spend the most in this economy anyway. Don't you know that? Anyway, folks, let's go on to the next thing, or why I bought the 20 about the KKK thing. I said, well, what is it about they could be so upset about? So it says another article. This is HuffPost politics, or politics to me. This article reads, the slave-owning Indian killing, history of the $20 bill. So they telling me that the $20 bill got a little history behind it, fam. And so that means that it's a reason why these cats are a little bit upset, because you're removing some history right now. And you putting some other history that just not suitable for this society. Now let's read about this article and what it says. I'm not going to read all of it. We're just going to run through it. Okay? Before I get down to my last piece of information that is very crucial. Like I said, if you're still tuning in, I appreciate you tuning in. I always going to save the best for last, fam. So if you're a conscious-minded person, if you're a person that's about seeking knowledge, and you're part of the Pan-African movement, Moors, whatever movement you're part of that's dealing with the African people of raising our consciousness, you might want to stay tuned for what I'm getting ready to tell y'all after we read about this $20 bill thing. Let's find out here what happened. All right, now they're saying that they announced this week that Alexandra Hamilton will be on the $10 bill. Okay, sharing the spotlight with a woman in 2020. So this dude killing himself, I mean, 60 people killed themselves for something that ain't gonna happen for another 4 or more years, man. I mean, they could have stayed around until the money came out, man. Did they have any family, kids, wives? Did you think about them? They had 4 more years to stay around before they decided to do a mass suicide, fam. This is just like crazy. Anyway, let's move on with this article. They saying that they had a musical back in 2011. It was called Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson. As a maverick, they had him playing as a maverick and a murderer and a thief. What? Come on, man, let's read on. The pop culture portrayal of the 7th president has deep roots in the legacy of violence, Indian removal, and enslavement that Jackson left this country. Whoa. Wait a minute, we might be getting to something here. Let's read on. Jackson challenged, let me see. Okay. In 1804, Jackson, then a major general in the Tennessee militia, posted a notice in the newspaper offering $50 for the return of a runaway slave named Tom Gid and $10 extra for every 100 lashes any person would give him, to the amount of $300. You get 10, let me see, what's the math of that? It's like 30 what? Man, it's like 3,000 lashes or something like that. If you do the math, if you're gonna get up to 300, man, that dude didn't have no back. They probably beat him down to the bone. Anyway, 2 years later, Jackson challenged Charles Dickinson to a duel after Dickinson called Jackson's wife, Rachel, a bigamist and accused him of cheating on a horse racing bet. In the duel, Dickinson fired first, striking Jackson in the chest. He shot my man. Jackson's gun misfired, and according to the rules of dueling upheld among the slave owners, the score was settled. Everything was cool. But that was enough for my man Andrew. He recocked his, what did he say here? Let me see what they say. He said he recocked his and fired again, killing Dickinson in the eyes of his counterparts. Jackson had broken the code of the duel and committed nothing less than murder. Man, this dude was tough, wasn't he? Yeah, that's what he did. So then it says, it would not be the last time old Hickory broke the law and used violence to get what he wanted. During the War of 1812, Jackson led a bloody campaign against the Red Stick faction of the Creek Nation, who were allied of the British. After defeating the Red Sticks, he forced the entire Creek Nation, including the Lower Creek allies. After conquering Creek Nation, Jackson became a national hero for defeating the British in the Battle of the New Orleans in 1815. They saying also here, they saying after the war, Jackson returned to the business of killing. Wow. And taking land from the Indians and expanding the institutions of slavery. In 1817, he interpreted and ordered to subdue the Seminole, a community of Red Sticks and runaway slaves living along the border of Florida. As an invitation to invade the Spanish-controlled territory, unable to defeat the Seminoles, and they say the Seminole Indians, they say this started in Florida in a place called Copeland's Landing. Okay, they saying that's where one of the original settlements or something of that nature that the Seminole Indians started off, but they was the Indians that never surrendered, never signed no peace treaties. You feel me? They fought to the end. And some of us, some of them still moving around today. Anyway, let's move on. All right, where was that? Who continued to resist conquest throughout the 19th century. I was just telling you that. Jackson burned their houses and crops. Then he turned his attention to the Spanish colonists and essentially claimed Florida for the United States. It's after they, vacated. They never, signed anything. They just left, man. It's called the Seminole Trails. If you're here in Virginia, we got what's called the 29th Infantry, or Highway 29. All that is part of the route, okay? Goes all through Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, okay? Okay, by 1837, Jackson administration had removed 46,000 citizens of the Choctaw, the Cherokee, the Seminole, the Creek, and the Chickasaw nations from their homelands and forced them to march 1,000 miles on the Trail of Tears through the so-called Indian Territory west of the Mississippi. We just had something about Mississippi, didn't we? Wow. Anyway, these cats had to walk. They didn't say ride or catch the bus or catch a plane or ride a horse. They walked, okay, past Mississippi. An estimate 4,000 Cherokee, as well as untold numbers of Indians, black slaves, died along the way. I can imagine. When choosing who among the forced migrants would receive meager rations along the journey, U.S. military personnel had to decide whether the slaves counted as humans, deserving of basic necessities like blankets and food, or property, deserving of nothing. They said they gave them nothing on this journey if they needed food and everything. Wow, that's very tough on us, man. Just think if you had to move back then, man, you had to walk 1,000 miles, man. 1,000, that's a lot of walking, fam. All right, before we go, y'all, this is like some craziness that happened, man. I want everybody to embrace themselves who's listening to this and watching this right now. Right here on tdkradio.com, whoever listening in, this is some very valuable information. I saved this for last because when I'm about ready to read to those who know this person, who have heard of this person, who have talked to him, whatever, for me, it's shocking news. It's disturbing news. I tried to contact my brother. I tried to hit him on the cell phone, text him, emailed him. I knew not to really call him because he probably get hundreds and thousands of calls a day. I don't even know the numbers, but I'm just saying he probably get tons and tons of calls a day. So I hope that my brother gets my text, get my email, because I need him, if he don't mind, if you're watching this on YouTube or wherever, if you don't mind, brother, call Mr. B from the Street Hype Mix Show, from the Street Hype TV show. You've been on there a few times. That's why I'm disturbed. And I don't like just giving out information because it's almost like allegations. But I don't know. This is maybe some reliable sources right here, fam. But either way, they say it's two sides to every story. So my thing is, I want to hear your side of the story, my brother. Please call, text. Matter of fact, let's do this interview. We got to let my viewers, my people who's listening in, who's tuning in, who's watching this right now, know the truth about what I'm getting ready to tell everybody. Okay? There's been some controversy going on anyway for the last year or more. What in the world is I'm talking about? Well, it's a public statement that came out on my brother, Dr. Umar Johnson. This came out April the 18th. This is serious news right here, fam. Okay? I rode with that brother, you know what I'm saying, behind that brother, you know what I'm saying. A couple of different functions, man. South Carolina, different places, man. We got quite a few YouTube clips, man. Quite a few of him putting out that valuable information that our black families, our black people need, you know what I'm saying, our African people need. But however, in the last year or so, it's been some very disturbed people, my brother, and they want answers. That's why I need an interview. But anyway, let's read what I found out. This is called Public Statement on Dr. Umar Johnson. This is coming from Frederick Douglass Family Initiatives. This is coming from some of Frederick Douglass family. Let's see what they say. To whom it may concern. That's everybody that's listening that's conscious in the unconscious community. The family of Frederick Douglass have received numerous inquiries about Umar Johnson, questioning his relationship to Frederick Douglass. There have also been questions about the legitimacy of his PhD and handling of the donations he received for a school he is promoting. I'm going to stop right there for a second. For those who don't fully know what's going on about a school that he's promoting. It's right here, supposed to be right here in Virginia at Paul Quinn. He's supposed to be trying to get that for the brothers and sisters and start a school for our boys and girls. Okay, let's read on. We can tell you with 100% certainty that he is not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. Wait a minute, man. I don't seen this brother numerous of times. It seems like he know his family tree, fam. I mean, he broke down the names real nice like. Let's read on with this article. I mean, with this statement, that's what it is, not just an article. Public statement. With that being said, Mr. Johnson is very careful not to bill himself as a descendant. But he doesn't correct people when they refer to him in this way. He calls himself a blood relative, which is a nebulous reference designed to make people think he is a descendant. We have researched his explanations of being a blood relative to the great abolitionists. Okay. But he, let me see. Explanation of being a blood relative to the great abolitionists. Some of the information he provides is accurate, but an extremely important piece of his explanation with regard to a documented relative of Frederick Douglass is false. The information he recites correctly is from the public record, so his knowledge of our family ancestry is far from the definite proof. The official Douglas family tree is held in the archives at the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C. Mr. Johnson's name is not on it. All right, I don't, whoever's tuning in right now, like I said, whoever's watching this, I mean, this is disturbing, man. They say my man, Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson, may be spreading some information around that's not 100% accurate as far as being a relative. Very interesting, very interesting. I thought I'd share that with everybody who's like me, you know what I'm saying? Respect my brother, you know what I'm saying? Received a lot of juicy knowledge and information from him. And to have this go on, and then what happened last year around this time with my brother, doing that Akon stuff, or was that T-Pain? I think that was T-Pain one. I'm in love with the stripper. I'm not saying my brother was in love with her, but you know what the allegations was about. I don't know all of them fully in detail. I'm a person, I like to hear it from the horse's mouth himself. So Dr. Umar, if you're listening to this, if you see this, call your brother up, man. Let's do an exclusive interview. Let's give the world a conversation. And let's go ahead. And I know you're unapologetic and stuff like that, man. But at the same time, man, let's get these facts out here and clear up the minds when stuff like this come out, man. People won't think you're a hypocrite out here, man. People won't mind donating money to you and don't feel robbed and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I don't seen a lot of different stuff. I don't know the different allegations. That's why I'd rather clear it all up with some true hardcore facts. Well, I really appreciate everybody who's been tuning in tonight to tdkradio.com. This has been Talking Tuesday. I hope I gave y'all some information tonight. We definitely appreciate my man, King Bonton, coming in. He shared some information with us. We now kind of know what Bonton means, like the hype man and stuff like that. And Ari, means you kind of lay back and cool. And then catch this guy like, Cuddy ranks and different ranks behind him. They like army officials almost, different respect levels. I mean, that was something good to hear, We really got an understanding of the culture. There's a difference between the DJ and the selector. I guess right now I'm being a DJ to a degree. You feel me? In the background, I'm being the selector. You feel the music? That's what's good, fam. But in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Join us on Facebook. That's TDK Radio. Also join DJ Mad Butcher on Facebook. Also join our channel, MB3G channel. Subscribe to us. And also we at Dat Piff, DJ Mad Butcher. We also at Mixcloud, DJ Mad Butcher. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be putting up some new stuff on Mixcloud later on this week. Just in case you mix a few of our mix shows, you'll be able to go on there and download it and listen to it and spread the word. The DJ Mad Butcher from the Berg is doing his thing. Really looking for y'all to call us up if you need us to travel anywhere in the world and rock your next party or event. Also do concerts in different venues. So let us know that you need us or not. The TDK Radio DJ and family. Let me see what we're gonna end out with, y'all. Let me see here. One love to everybody that's out there in the world. We definitely appreciate the love. The Jamaican love for my man King Bonton right here at TDKRadio.com. For showing love on the Street Hype Mix Show. So make sure you tune in next week. Don't forget on Sunday nights, you know what it is. It's old school music night. Also on Mondays, it's new music, new Mondays. So if you don't know, make sure you tell your friends to show. Enough tune in to TDKRadio.com, where we be bringing you a variety of music from around the world. And don't forget about Talking Tuesdays. Like I said, we'll let y'all know who's next up to bat. Just go to Facebook and join us, DJ Mad Butcher. Also join us, TDK Radio. As we out of here with the Connection Sound, laying it down for 2016, y'all.
VA's hottest DJ Mad Butcher.
This is music.
I representing for DJ Mad Butcher. I'ma set the Street Hype Mix Show. Sundays, Tuesdays, 10 p.m. to midnight. Real music and real conversations. I shank a set to the fullest. Up full. Do it, you know. Shell it.